So before we get started, I want to congratulate all of my colleagues for receiving their iron rings and finishing 4 years of university life, finally. Today's topic is going to be about, applying for jobs and landing the job that you want. I know it's the season where everyone is looking for jobs, and mostly students like you guys are stressed out about how to apply, what's the best way to get the best resume, the best cover letter, and today we're going to be talking about exactly that. It actually is a stressful process if you can't and don't control it. I would say one of the first tips that I personally implemented while I was applying for jobs is the fact that you need to strengthen your resume and cover letter up to a point where it can't be better anymore. So what are some tips in order to make your resume and cover letter better? Okay, tip number 1, make sure you quantify all of your achievements. As you may know, employers don't have time to skim over all of your resumes. So they just, look at it for 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds, and then just pass it over and go to the next one, right? So you want to make sure that all of your achievements are easy to see, and that can be done through quantifying them. So 50% efficiency in this, 10% increase in sales, 25%, whatever, just you get the deal, quantify your results. The second tip I would give is the job description. Make sure that the skills and the description that the employers write up in their job description matches with your resume. So if they want someone who's very good at communicating and they're good at writing, then make sure you write that on your resume. If they want someone who's attentive to detail, then make sure that that's somehow illustrated in your resume. Tip number 3, guys, make sure that your resume is not more than 2 pages long. I would say 2 pages is actually pushing it. If you can shrink it down to 1 page, that would be great, but no more than 2 pages because they definitely don't have time to go over all of it. Okay, tip number 4. A dear old friend told me this. I didn't know that, but make sure that your job, the position that you were in, is first and then the company. So in your resume, when you're formatting it, make sure that the company doesn't come first. First is your position, what position you were within that organization or within that company, and then it's the company name or the organization name. Tip number 5, guys, please make sure you don't mess up the format of your resume. So if you wrote in, one text, then stick to that text. Keep consistent. If you had a certain format, which you should, then make sure you stick with that format. The dates, the titles, all the spacing, all the indentation. Make sure everything is consistent so that your resume has a very nice and good flow to it. Okay, tip number 6. This is what I personally did. You don't have to do it, it's your choice. But I had a summary of my qualifications right at the top of my resume, just in case the employers couldn't actually and didn't get the time to actually look over my resume. So there's a summary of qualifications, very briefly listing all of your skills and all of the experiences that you had in a very small chunk so that they can just briefly look over it, and if they're interested, which they should, then they go and continue reading in more detail the rest of your resume. This is very helpful. Alright, moving on to the cover letter. This is very important because before reading your resume, the employers actually look at your cover letter, and this should be customized to the company. So at the very top, you write your own name, your address, and where you're applying to, and then the address of the company, and all of that. You should actually do that. That's very important. And then it comes down to the next important thing in the cover letter, which is the name of the company, the position you're applying for, and some basic general information about yourself. That's in the very first paragraph. In the second paragraph, you start writing about your work experiences and how you can contribute to the company. Don't say that, I'm very interested in your company because you're so big and you guys are so reputable. No, they don't want to hear that. They already know they're a big company. So what you should do is interest them with exactly how you can contribute and add value to their company. Guys, again, this is very important. When you read the job description, make sure that you put exactly what they want in the cover letter. So if they're asking for skill X, then you put skill X somehow, you fit skill X into your cover letter. If they want skill Y, you somehow fit skill Y into your cover letter. You get the point. So this is very important because I heard that sometimes these cover letters go through computers, go through these machines where they look for specific keywords, and those keywords are in the description, in the job description. So make sure that you throw around a bunch of those keywords so that you can have higher chance of getting selected. Because if those keywords are in your cover letter, then you're potentially a more fit candidate than the rest of the people who don't have those keywords. It might seem pretty daunting in the beginning, thinking you're going to apply to 200 jobs that need 200 different resumes or cover letters, but that's not the issue, guys. You don't have to create distinct cover letters and resumes for every single job. You create a general template for your resume and for your cover letter, and then you tweak it according to whatever job that you're doing. The general format, the general structure is going to stay the same. There are very small details that you got to change here and there. For example, the type of skills that you have might change according to the job description, the name of the company, the position you're applying for, the address. So these are just little tweaks you make to your cover letter and your resume so that it can be more fit to the job you're applying for. So that's it for today, guys. If there is any other point that I forgot to mention, I'll definitely catch up with that in the next video. But if there's any help that you guys need, don't hesitate to come up to me, because I've been through this. I understand it's a very daunting process, but I'm there. I'm willing to help you guys out, and I'm sure that you're going to land the job that you like very much. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.